Wisdom, the final frontier to true knowledge. Welcome to Wisdom Trek, where our mission is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. Hello, my friend. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your captain on our journey to increase wisdom and create a living legacy. Thank you for joining us today as we explore wisdom on our second millennium of podcast. This is day 1133 of our trek, and time for our Philosophy Friday series. Each Friday, we will ponder some of the basic truths and mysteries of life and how they can impact us in creating our living legacy. As we continue on this trek that we call life, sometimes we have questions about life. So our Friday's trek is a time where we can ask Gramps. Gramps will answer your questions that you would like to ask your dad or granddad, but for whatever reason, this is not possible. No matter how old we are, I know that all of us would like the opportunity to ask Dad or Gramps questions about life in many areas. We may mix it up a bit on our Friday's episodes, but we will strive to keep them down to earth and enjoyable. If you have any questions that you would like to ask Gramps, please email them to guthrie@wisdom-trek.com. So the question for this week is, Hey Gramps, how should I handle a situation when a friend does something that is hurtful to me? So today's title is Wounds from a Friend. We may be hurt or wounded by those who are closest to us, which makes the situations even more difficult to deal with. We first need to determine why the friend would do such a thing to hurt us. Next, we need to understand that all of us will eventually hurt those whom we love most, even if it is not intentional. And thirdly, we need to take heart to what is said or done and see if there is any areas of our life that need to be corrected. Many times the wounds from a friend are because they have our best interest in mind. It is a little different in the following story, but even so, the principles that are contained in here are good ones to follow. Peter and Paul, who lived in the Middle East, were walking through the desert to a nearby destination there. At one stage in their journey, they had a serious argument where they were becoming quite vocal about a subject that they both had strong opinions on. Finally, Peter had enough and punched Paul square in the face. To Peter's surprise, Paul immediately stopped arguing, and without saying another word, he wrote in the sand, "Today, my best friend Peter punched me in the face. It really hurt me physically and emotionally." Without saying much more to each other, they continued on their journey until they found a small oasis village, where they decided to wash in the local pond. Paul, who had been punched, got stuck in the mud and mire at the bottom of the pond and started drowning. Peter immediately swam over to Paul and pulled him to safety, saving Peter's life. After he recovered from this ordeal and his close brush with death, he wrote on a stone, "Today my best friend Peter saved my life." Paul, who had previously punched Peter and also saved his life, asked Peter, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand, and now you write in stone. Why the difference?" Peter replied, "My friend Paul, when someone hurts us, we should write it down in sand where the winds of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must engrave it in stone where no wind can ever erase it." And the moral of the story is, don't value the things that you have in life, value the relationships that you have in life. Today's Bible verse is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 6. Wounds from a sincere friend are better than many kisses from an enemy. And that's the conclusion for today's segment. Join us again next Friday for another question on our Ask Gramps episode. Our next trek will be Meditation Monday, where we will help you to reflect on what is most important in life. So encourage your friends and family to join us and then come along with us on Monday for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 1,132 daily treks or read their associated journals, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. I encourage you to subscribe to Wisdom Trek on your favorite podcast player so that each day will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you on Monday.